going to start with a quick video, guys. The Fly program is very simply a means to connect with Australian men and get them into the outdoors. We're using this as an amazing path to talk about bigger issues. I take guys from their everyday lives. We ride mountain bikes into these remote locations. We give them the skills to learn how to cast a fishing line, whether it be a fly line or just a lure. By getting into these environments of their own steam, they're achieving something. And getting to that riverside is just this amazing feeling where guys can connect with nature.
When you're in a city and working, you can easily put on a happy face. But when you're out in nature, getting dirty, muddy, and being around other blokes, it helps bring your guard down, and it almost relieves this kind of barrier, which enables you to be open and talk about things.
We're all busy being busy, and the Fly program just gave me that opportunity to breathe out and just connect with some like-minded people, and to catch a fish along the way is just a bonus.
Sitting around the campfire the last couple of days, you find yourself opening up, you find yourself encouraged by their openness, so you feel you want to open up, and it's not an effort, it really is surprising. To have a structured program that gives you skills and can allow you possibly to be at peace is something that certainly I would recommend that people try.
To get guys into the outdoors, giving them professional assistance, professional outlooks on their experiences will help them to better their lives. It's just so important, and what an amazing classroom, to have an opportunity to affect lives in that way is just so exciting. Depression. Society's reaction to this three-syllable word has shifted dramatically in the last few generations. For our grandparents, it triggered unprecedented financial hardships sandwiched between the wars of the 20th century. For them, a notion of something like depression as a mental case or an illness was less familiar. Everyone experienced sadness or stress in their lives. They were just expected to get over it. The idea that depression could be a medical condition as real as debilitating as influenza, polio, or the other major diseases of that era was completely foreign to those folks, even when slowly getting traction in the medical profession, especially the young doctors dealing with the shell-shocked and traumatised servicemen returning from the distant battlefields. Today there remains a lingering tendency in parts of society, particularly in our male culture, that mental illness, like depression, is a character trait, a weakness of personality marked by an inability to deal with the slings and the arrows that life inevitably throws our way. There are still some whose well-mannered advice to sufferers is to buck up and get over it. The Fly program is a newly founded, registered health awareness charity. It was founded with a great sense of responsibility and passion, not with a sum of money. 3 years ago, nearly to the day, our family would receive the tragic news that our beautiful brother and a son had taken his life. The heartache and the pain in losing a family member is always difficult to grasp, but losing a family member in these circumstances is profoundly impossible to comprehend. The weeks and the months would pass, and we would slowly learn to deal with the raw nature of the pain, but the questions would never end. Although we couldn't always find the answers, there was an enormous motivation to change the outcome for others. Witnessing firsthand the positive impact of active participation in the outdoors, particularly for Australian men, it became a profound mission to create an environment where men can be engaged through environments that you've just seen on the screen behind me. So what is social innovation? Social innovation is a solution to a social problem that is more effective, efficient, and sustainable than any other current solutions. The real value created from social innovation accrues primarily to society rather than the private individual. The Fly program is not the one answer, but it is unique. It is a unique spoke in a really important wheel, battling mental illness in our Australian community. Half of our population will experience mental health illness in their lifetime, and men are less likely to ask for help. Today we will lose 7 of our brothers and sisters to suicide, 5 of whom will be men. Mental illness does not occupy a niche placement in our community. It is real and it affects our community more than any other disability. Thank you very much.